Hello. Hi guys, happy Monday. Welcome back to Beautiful Grace Devotionals. Trust that all is well with you, all is well with your loved ones. Today's Monday, so I hope that yesterday you would have had Self-Care Sunday, or Saturday you would have had Self-Care Saturday. Whichever one, I hope during this weekend gone, you would have been able to do something relaxing, do something that would have been able to make you feel rejuvenated, refreshed. You would have been able to pause for a little bit, press that reset button so that you're able to come into this new week revived, rejuvenated, refreshed, and raring to go. So I hope that you were able to do that. If you didn't, Me Time Monday is a thing. TLC Tuesday is a thing. We're going to get it together on Wednesday is a thing. And so on and so on and so on. So I just hope that you fit it into your busy schedule to get some time to just pause. And like I said, it could happen during the week or it could happen on a weekend. I choose Sundays, and so find a day. Just find a day where you're able to just, because we need it. Life does be life. So today, I know I said the last couple of videos that this 2023 I'm doing, my goals are centered around these three words: deconstruction, renovation, and construction. So I started reading. I gave myself this challenge. I'll put it up for you to see it. And I said that I wanted to read, because sometimes you read in the Bible and you will read, you end up reading more or less the same things all the time. Like if you're a New Testament chick, it's either between Matthew and Jude. We're not even doing Revelation. And anyhow between there, that's where we're going to get our nourishment for the week. We might read a proverb of the day, or we might do a psalm, but to read Nehemiah or to read Chronicles or to read Kings on a regular basis, sometimes we really don't. So this year I decided that I'm going to read the Bible from cover to cover, from Genesis to Revelation. I'm still feeling a little iffy about Revelation because you can't just read Revelation. Sometimes when you read Revelation, it's just people and what? And so I'm not sure how I'm feeling about Revelation as yet. So I've started, and of course I'm reading and I'm trying to just read the story, not with any presuppositions, not with any ideas or with any sermons that I would have heard from before. I just wanted to read the Bible. So I started from Genesis. In the middle of Genesis, mind you, we jump over to, following this plan, like I said, I'll put it up. We jump over to Job. But before we get to that, like reading from the very beginning, I noticed, it has come to my attention, and I'm bringing it to us today. It may not come to your attention. Like I said, sometimes we just get so consumed with just reading that we don't stop and pause, like take your time and read and digest what it is you're reading. So I noticed, and I said to myself, funny, look how God went about doing. So I just jumped down. Just a few things. So from verse 1 in Genesis chapter 1, we are told that the earth was formless, it was dark, and it just had water everywhere. This is what he started with. So I said to myself, there's something like any new year to me. You know what's going to happen. You could try as much as what we trying to do here. And my mind, I just went back to the vision board party that I had in December, and I'm saying, basically you're just trying to put some structure to your year, some structure when you do it on a weekly basis, like I was telling our clients just Saturday gone, because he was talking about his schedule, and he said that he was working for 7 months, and this 7 month going here is the first time in the 7 months that he actually did a budget. And I was telling him, it's important to write things down, it's important to plan how you're going to do certain things. So he's saying, it's really helpful, and it was the first time. So I was telling him about the vision board party. And I was telling him, because he's a UE student, and working and studying at the same time. So I said, well, I don't know how you make it, but it is important to have a schedule, like to study and for work and for exercise, and to still put in somewhere there some self-care. So we were talking about that. And I told him, because he said, you know, he never really did it before. So I said, you have a whole list of things that he wants to do this year. So I said, in order for you to accomplish any of that, take it in bite-sized pieces. In order for you to conquer the year, conquer the quarter. If you want to conquer the quarter, conquer the month. If you want to conquer the month, conquer the week. If you want to conquer the week, conquer that daily. Do it daily. So, reading, going through, you see the first day, God separated the waters. He separated the waters. It had water all over, so he separated the top waters from bottom water. First day. No, that wasn't the first day. Light. And of course, like I said, from the beginning, it was formless, it was dark, and water was all over the place. And like I told you all, I'm just thinking about how we go about planning things. And sometimes you just be doing things vibe, but I just looked at how God structured everything. You come in and everything formless, everything in a mess, and dark, you can't see what you're doing. He created light first. Because I need to see what I'm doing, and I just want to encourage us with these little, with the structure of how God handled his business here in our week. He decided, in order for me to make sense of what's happening here, I need to see what I'm doing. Sometimes we don't have the sight necessary, and sometimes it's good to have other people around that have the sight that you may not have at the point in time to be able to point out, you know, I think you should do this better. Like I was telling the customer, you can't just say, well, I want to accomplish all these things, but you don't have a plan as to how you're going to accomplish these specific goals. What is the plan? How are we going to execute these things that you have listed out here? What's the plan? How are we going about this step by step? And that's basically what happened here in creation. And he'd like to see, after that, he separated water all over. Let me make a separation with the water. And so he separated water and sky. We need to separate, put a vault between these two and make a separation, put a gap. The third day, he did the ocean. So the water, I need to put all this water that's at the bottom here now in one place. He created the seas, and then he separated dry land from the sea, and on the land he created vegetation on the land. The fourth day now, yes, he created light, but this light needs to turn off. You know, some of us don't know how to turn off. We just be going. God set from the very beginning light, daylight, and night light. Things need to settle down during the night, and I will bring about night light, and then we will do this all over again. And in fact, the Bible turn around and say, and evening and morning pass. He established a time zone in the days. After he created night, he created the moon, the stars, the sun, to mark the beginning and the end of the day, which obviously will mark beginning and end of years, right? Fifth day now, he created living creatures of the sea, birds in the sky. Now that we have a place to put these things, so he didn't create them and then decide, where are we going to put these whales, where are we going to put these sharks? They're meeting up here on the ground. He prepared a place for them and then created the things that was going in those specific areas. The sixth day, he created the creatures on the dry land now. Because it had land, there was a separation between the water and the land, and he created seas and he created land. So I created the creatures for the water, and now I'm going to create the creatures for the lands because I have a place to put them. After he did all of that, separated everything, established everything, that's when we came. And so he didn't put us here and then try to figure out, oh gosh, I make this man, what he gonna eat? But he created everything first and then placed us to have dominion over it. And it just stood out to me how detailed and strategic and clear God was after he put light so he could see what he's doing. And went through all of that day by day, bit by bit. He didn't try to do everything at once. He didn't try to rush everything. And you know what was even sweeter? On the 7th day he rested. And I said to myself, oh, look at that. If he is God, God who is God, went through such a very hectic week, very productive, very busy week, decided, you know what, today I'm not doing nothing. Then, self-care Sunday it is. Or self-care Saturday, or whatever day you decide to make your 7th day of rest. Make that your day. Like I said, it could be Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, whichever day you choose. Rest. He didn't intend for us to be going. God, who is God, took a minute to catch his breath and to assess. Because after he finished everything, he said, and it was good. He took time and assessed. Yes, we will proceed another time, but as it is right now, I am going to rest. I am just in using this little lesson that I observed for myself here. You might think to yourself, Melina, oh God, well, we all know the creation story, but I just really want to emphasize the importance of planning properly. If you're trying to construct a proper diet for your life, or a proper work ethic, or you're trying to do to improve your spiritual growth and to have a proper structure to your spiritual life, as to the things that I'm going to improve on, the things that I need to pay attention to, you need to shine light first so that you can see what exactly in this mess here I need to fix. I need to deconstruct, renovate, or construct. What exactly here needs to fix? Because like I said in videos before, it's either it needs renovation or it's something that's not there, period, and it needs to be constructed. You need to put it in. You need to implement these new routines and procedures as to how you're going to live your daily life. And so, with God's example, I just want to encourage us to take time. We're still in January. It is not too late to sit down and do a vision board or to plan out how you want your year to look or the shape that you want it to take. Please plan for disruption. Please plan for the unexpected, you can't plan for it, but don't plan in such a way that when these things come about, the whole thing turn old mass and you feel like all the cards in the sky, you're just throwing up all your paper because, oh my God, I didn't plan for this. Plan that. These are the things that I am putting in place here. These are the things that I want happen. And in a perfect scenario, these are the things that I know. Sometimes life could be trifling and it might throw a curveball ever so often. If that happens, we will just roll with the punches. So I'm saying, turn the light on and take your time and go through. And like I told the ladies at the vision board party, and I told my customer last Saturday, take your time. Shine the light and plan day by day. This is what God did now. Day by day, he decided this is what I'm going to do now. And the things it lined up. So I told him, I said on Sundays, I sit with my journal and my notebook and I plan my week. I check for when I have appointments. I check to see if I have stock in the salad that needs to be replenished. And I make note of those things. And Monday I go out and I get things and replenish this file, replenish the salad. You can only do that if you're shining light. You turn on the light in the salon and check to see my relaxer low, my neutralizing shampoo low, my bleaching powder low, my treatment low. You can only do that if you turn on the light inside there to see what is left, to see what it is you're working with. So I am just encouraging us. Let us follow God's example. Turn the light on, see what needs to be done. If the whole thing formless and is a mess, then do things that will bring structure to your life day by day. Turn on the light, separate where the water and all the water jumble up together, separate the water and create, separate sky from water below. When you reach down here now, separate the water from the land and put all the water in one place, all the land in the next place. Create a timeline for things. This is the time that I'm giving towards exercise. This is the time that I'm giving, just as God did. This sun, the brighter light for the sun, and the less dominant light for nighttime. And this is how I'm separating so that day and night could be established, seasons and years could be established. You do the same. This is the time for workout. This is the time for me to study and read my Bible. This is the time for prayer. This is the time I'm going to read casual reading. this is the time I'm going to use to interact with whoever you have to interact with. If you're running a business, whether it be your customers, to let them know, hey, your facial is due, hey, your treatment is due. You put a time frame to that so that you're not doing that 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the morning because that's night time and you need to cut off and you might need to replenish for the next day. And so take the time. Let's just follow this simple guideline. If it's formless and it have no form to it, then full-on structure need to be constructed and put into place. We need to develop routines and systems to be able to live this life, because you will always be trying to out bushfire here, bushfire there, because nothing in place. You have no systems, you have no routines, you have nothing organized, nothing settled, nothing that says this is a structured thing. And that's what God brought to the earth. Structure. Day, night, land, ocean. Creatures for the land, creatures for the sea, birds for the sky. Food to feed man. And then I made him. Then I made the man. So then I told him, here, all the green you can eat. And these are the animals and the things that you have dominion over. Everything that you need to survive, I've already provided. And so, I just want to encourage us as we go about this year, this 2023, put some structure to your life. With the guidance of God, obviously, because we don't know what down the road holding, what disruptions, what pleasant surprises, what doors that are going to open up for us down the road. But God, who sees all things and knows all things, that nothing surprises him, because he's already aware what December 31st, 2023 looks like, if we're going to be here, if we're not going to be here. He is already aware of that. And so plan alongside him. Don't make plans and then tell God, well, here, there's my plans. Bless it. You know, talk to God. Lord God, talk to your daughter. Minister to me here, tell me what to do. And as you plan, just ask God, Father, give me guidance. Help me. These are the things that I desire to accomplish this year, but I want your guidance. I want direction. I want your protection. I want your provision. You know, so I'm just saying, in closing, God gave us a real good plan as to how to plan our week, including rest. Beautiful, just beautiful. I mean, he didn't know. It was just like from the word go, it was formless, dark, and water was all over the place. So that's like walking into a basement, no light, and the place get flooded out. What are we doing? What is this? And so he put lights on, and then he started. Let me separate this water. Let me create a time frame, day, night. Let me organize and separate water here and put dry land here, because we can't just be walking around everybody foot wet. And he separated. And then he made creatures for the water, creatures for the land, bird for the sky, vegetation for the creatures on the ground, and for man to eat. And then he made man so that man could inhabit the earth. It was clean and organized before he brought us here. Please let us do that with our lives. Let us clean up and organize so that the Holy Spirit could dwell in a place that's ready for him, that you could operate and function properly, organized, you know, with a structure, with a routine, so that you're able to have some kind of structure. The reason why he put day and night is so that we could understand, all right, there's a time for this and there's a time for that, and then we will take it up again tomorrow. We can't do everything today, so we'll take it up again tomorrow. So I just want to encourage us, one, to come along this journey with me as I go through the Bible. It's very interesting thus far to just read, and read it. Not with, like I said, no previous sermon or anything like that you have in your mind that you probably heard before. We just reading the Word of God and trying to get the things, the little nuggets and things that there, gems that we probably would have missed, or we probably haven't visited in such a long time, because we just be living in the New Testament. So, until next time, guys, I just want to encourage us to construct some structure and routine and timelines and follow God's example. Take rest, because that is important. God did it. separate daytime work from nighttime work and know when to stop. Know when to stop. Some of us don't know when to stop. So that's my encouragement. So until next time, have a productive week. If you have not yet planned out your week for the month, your week, your days for the week, not week for the month. Plan out your days for this week as to how you will eat and take bite-sized pieces out of probably very big tasks that you have on your table. Do it now. Today's only Monday. Sit down with a pen and a pencil and decide, okay, by Tuesday I'm going to get this done, by Thursday I'm going to get this done, and then on Sunday I'm going to have that well-deserved rest, because I'll look back at my week and think, yes, and it was good. So until next time, guys, take care. Bye.